My name is Uncle Gooey. A little friend left a message saying he's afraid of ghost stories and likes to hear them. I've never experienced it before, any paranormal event, but after reading the ghost book and the ghost altar a few nights ago, I don't know why I'm so flustered. His bed is also just facing the window. I keep sweating at night, sweating and sweating. In the middle of the night, as expected, he was pressed by a ghost. It feels like my ears are blocked for a moment, but I was very awake. It's very heavy on the body. It's like something is pressing on it. Half asleep and half awake. Saw the outline of a face that looked like a transparent person. You panic, you fall asleep. In fact, for the unknown, people are instinctively afraid. In ancient times, humans can only protect themselves through instinct. When you're scared, your heart beats faster to increase your blood supply, so you get more energy. The element of terror taps into human instinct. Lack of control over the unknown, I don't even know, will fully inspire human fear. Walking in the rough stone forest watered with reinforced concrete, even a city you are familiar with, there is also a little strange fear. Maybe get a moment of pleasure, awaken the sleeping stillness. But now, I'm going to move on. Strange Talk Society? Include fan contributions. Horrifying paranormal events happening around you. The following is told in the first person. Remember not to watch it alone at night. The high school my sister went to is a century-old school. It took too long to build. All the facilities are rather dilapidated. The whole thing is kind of creepy because of school construction problems. The dormitory is a U-shaped building. Boys and girls stand on one side and connect. There is a rolling shutter door in the middle. Both sides can often knock on the door to communicate. And on the other side is the storage building. Freshman year of high school, he often knocked on the door of the boys' dormitory at night. But in my senior year of high school, my sister's bedroom was moved to the other side. But habitually, he also often knocks on the shutter door. At first, no one responded to him, and he thought it was very strange when the lights are about to go out, and that door just kept banging and banging. It's shaking, and it's even falling down. My sister pasted the door and walked away. In the middle of the night, my sister kept hearing someone knocking on the door. She was impatient and told the dormitory aunt. The boy opposite kept knocking on the door, and it was very noisy. Auntie said that the opposite is the storage room, not a boys' dormitory. My sister was so scared that she broke out in a cold sweat. Finally, I heard from the dormitory aunt. The storage building was originally a girls' dormitory. During the summer vacation, a few girls stayed in the dormitory. A girl went crazy and slashed people with a knife. One of the girls knocked on the shutter door for help. Finally got killed. When I was in elementary school, the school has 4 floors, plus a rooftop. The 4th floor is always empty, and no one is allowed to go up. As for the reason, the school has always been mysterious. Every staircase on the 3rd and 4th floors, very dirty. It's very dusty. Even 1 foot can make a footprint. Later, I heard from internal sources that a female teacher committed suicide on the 4th floor. That's why people are not allowed to go up. When I was in 4th grade, I was once left behind by the teacher for committing a crime. It was about 17 days. It got dark early because it was winter. The teacher let me go after teaching me, but it just so happened that a friend of mine at the time was studying at night. I just thought about waiting for him. Then I suddenly looked at the stairs out of nowhere. I slowly walked up to the 4th floor. The structure of the fourth floor is exactly the same as that of the third floor. I made a big circle until there was a classroom at the end. I was thinking, go down the stairs of the camera to the third floor. As a result, I saw it when I passed by the last classroom. There seems to be someone in the classroom. I stood there dumbfounded for a long time. There is a dark shadow in front of the classroom podium, but I can't see it clearly, like a blurry black shadow. And I have absolutely no fireworks. That shadow was real, then suddenly disappeared. I couldn't help but remember the rumor, run away crying. Then I went back to my hometown Henan during the holiday. I had a high fever on the first day I arrived at my hometown, vomiting and diarrhea. I changed several pairs of pants every day. I have to get up from time to time to go to the toilet when I sleep. It lasted for 3 days. I went to the hospital in the village and didn't look good either. In the end, it was cured, according to Grandma's prescription. That medicine is very bitter, but there is still a trace of sweetness in it. I don't know what it is made of, but it will be fine the day after eating. After I told my grandma about school, Grandma told me I might have suffered from yin. I wanted to change schools at that time, but I'm about to graduate, and I also don't want to go to unfamiliar environments. And they stayed. After I graduate, my brother also went to that elementary school. He told me he just got into school. I saw that the fourth floor was sealed with a seal. Every day, there are teachers standing on the stairs on the second and third floors. Someone is watching all the time. Said it was to watch over the students and not run around between classes. In fact, it is to monitor students not to go up to the fourth floor. I was a junior high school student at that time. I live in a small town. Home is on a long slope, the sidewalk side of the ramp. It's a row of small trees for landscaping. It was winter. Get up early to school and write for yourself early. It's not dawn yet. There were no cyclists or pedestrians on the road. I was walking down the road alone. I was brave at the time, so I'm not afraid. But when I walked to a small tree by the side of the road, suddenly I found an old woman under the tree. Old woman on crutches. Bend over and stare at me as I pass her. It was very quiet. I can't breathe. Roadside shops. All the rental doors are closed. I wondered where he came from. Never seen him. After passing him, I took 5 or 6 steps forward. The more I think about it, the more wrong it becomes. And I look back. The old woman disappeared. I was sweating profusely. Just run away. When you run down the hill. And I look back. Found out that he was still in the same place where he appeared in the first place. Keep staring at me. I was so scared that I kept running, until I ran near the school, where there are more people. Dare to stop. When I was little, one of my relatives loves my grandmother very much. Was passed away. A smile was placed in the room facing the cement road. The house is very low. Looks old. Open the door. You can see most of the conditions in the room. Later, the children of that grandmother's generation all went out of town. He didn't come back for years. Due to that grandmother, I lived next to my grandmother's house. So grandma is watching over. I went to my grandmother's house to play in a foreign land. When passing by a house that has always been placed, you can always hear someone tapping on wood. When I first heard it, Chao Sheng looked into the distance. It was discovered that the sound was coming from the portrait. I was so scared that I ran away. I told my grandmother about it afterwards. Grandma said it was the grandma who carried it and called me. And then I went to my grandmother's. It was found that it had been wrapped in black cloth and placed in the distance. But the knocking sound is still thinking. Only in recent years have those children come back. It has always been collected. There was no more clicking. This thing, I've always been very afraid of. I didn't dare to take a second look. Our house used to be a power plant. My brother and his friends, playing hide and seek in the factory and family area at night. Everyone has set aside half of the factory area to hide. There were 12 people playing together. Let's split up. He went to the old factory with 2 others, hiding in an abandoned administrative building in the district. That building is in a courtyard. There are 2 yards. In the middle is an atrium garden. The 2 buildings are connected by a flyover. The main door is locked. There is a broken window on the side that can be opened. It turns into the corridor on the first floor, just like the old teaching building before. The first floor is a long corridor. They went to the middle of the hallway on the first floor. From the second floor on the stairs, I saw the finance room in the middle of the corridor on the second floor. There are cabinets and tables. My brother is hiding in a closet with another guy. Another person, hiding in the cabinet under the table. And then about 15 minutes went by, and nobody came. They discussed whether it was time to go out. As a result, at this time, there were footsteps of someone going upstairs from outside. It's very light, so they're very nervous. Don't dare to say anything. Then the door to the finance room was opened. It's one of those old wooden doors from the 1990s, because it has been abandoned for a long time. So the door was really loud. Creak. My brother, they're holding their breath. Then the footsteps stopped in front of them. And then there was a deathly silence. Only the sound of autumn crickets can be heard. Then another 5 minutes passed. Still no sound. He and another brother in the closet just opened the door, and there was nobody out there. They hid that in there right away. The person in the cabinet pulls it out. 3 people ran away. I just found out that the ghost can't find them. Everyone else is starting to play the second round. They went to ask the ghost, "Why didn't you find them and open the door?" The man said he had never been there looking for anyone, but the sound of footsteps and the door opening. The 3 people they were hiding with heard it. From now on, my brother never went near that building again. In 16 years, I read the first year of junior high school. School is a new school. In the suburbs, we are the 3rd class of school. Everyone was entering the school for the first time, so they're all excited. School lights out at 9:45. Every night, after the lights go out, we talk for over an hour before we fall asleep. Around 10:30 that night, we're done talking and getting ready for bed. I have a habit when I sleep. Maybe it's because of insecurity. I would sleep staring at the window above the dorm door. After about 5 minutes or so, everyone else in the dormitory is asleep. Someone was snoring. A man with long white hair floated past the door. It's like he's crossing over. The body does not have any swing amplitude. Can't see face. The hair is very long. And the weirdest thing is, the direction he came from is the end of the corridor. He could only have come in through the window. But our dormitory is on the 5th floor. To find out if he is a teacher or not. The next day I went to the dormitory to ask. The superintendent said that no teacher came to check the sleep last night, and our dormitory managers are all old aunts. They all like to wear colorful clothes, all short hair. The person from last night, it can't be the dormitory or the teacher. You don't have to wear a fake hood to make fun of us. And here's what's even weirder. There's another weird thing about the dorms. There is no dormitory 24 on each floor. I asked the dormitory manager and head teacher. They don't know why. Our dormitory is no 26. Next door is number 25. One day I took a lunch break. Suddenly there was a knock on the wall in dormitory 25. We thought it was a prank. Just shoot back. Knocked for a while. The superintendent came in and scolded us. We explained that it was dormitory 25, but the superintendent told us 25 because of serious health deduction points. He was punished by the head teacher for standing downstairs at noon. Didn't go upstairs at all. Today, I heard from my classmates. Our school used to be a mass grave. It's wasteland all around the school. Every morning I wake up, see the fog in the woods outside the school. It's about 2 stories tall. This is what happened in my elementary school, Kingming, that year. I followed my parents back to burn paper. I don't know if you've heard the parents say, when walking back after burning the paper, don't look back at the paper that hasn't burned out yet. But when I was a child, still quietly turned his head to look at the detachment. Nothing strange, just that night. It must be late. It's dark outside. Only the dim moon shines on the balcony. Only a little light. I slept by myself when the power is just turned off. I turned my back, facing the balcony. At that time, there was a clothes drying pole on the balcony, very high. You can barely touch the pole by stepping on a stool. By the moonlight, see the clothes drying rod, hanging a red dress I've never seen before. The window was open. The wind-blown dress swings left and right. I'm a little weird, although I am a girl, but never a dress. Skirts are rarely worn. Mom wears a skirt, but he doesn't wear red. Look to the side. A spherical object, like a human head, hanging from the clothes drying pole by a pile of threads, under extreme fear. In an instant, I froze. Dare not speak. Don't dare to move. Just staring at that strange object again and again. For a long time, nothing happened. I mustered my courage, rushed to my parents' room. I want to sleep with them. In the end, my mother couldn't stand me anymore. She switched rooms with me. I lay in my parents' bed, relieved, but look at the hanger on the wall. Always feel weird. It keeps shaking back and forth. It's like summer, and some places are warped by the heat. The hanger at the door is the same. It's like being distorted by something. It's just that at that time I didn't think much about it and went to sleep. The next day I went to the balcony to watch. No red dress. I also asked my mother. He has never had a red dress. I've talked to a lot of people about this. It's just that most people don't believe it. I'm a senior in high school now. It feels like a dream, but that fear, as if it was still buried deep in my heart, hard to leave. So that's the story for today. If you also have unexplained stories, welcome private messages. End of current period. I am Laurel. Like, favorites and comments are my greatest support. See you next time.